Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talking Tuesday. I'm here today for a very special Talking Tuesday because this week is Carers Week. And I'm joined by my lovely big boss, so I'm going to be on my best behaviour. And this is Christine from Hartlepool Carers. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Sarah.
And it's like we don't know each other, and we're all both working from
I
home.
know it's weird.
So, Chris, first off, why don't you tell us a little bit about who a carer is, what a carer does, and let's break down that first thing of everyone thinking, oh, well, I'm not a carer.
Yeah, and I think this is a challenge that we have throughout the year. And I think Carers Week is a great platform to kind of raise that awareness of what carers is. Because when we talk about carers, what we're talking about is people that are providing care and support to loved ones. So it might be that you're providing support to your mum, your dad, your siblings, your parent, your parents, anybody within the family. It can even be neighbours and friends that really, without your help and support, could not manage independently within our community. So I think, the title is something like carers are somebody who provides essential care to loved ones with disabilities, mental health issues, substance misuse, and all, forms of frailty and long-term conditions.
And people think that it needs to be a big caring role, but that's not true, is it?
It's not, no, I mean, some carers care, maybe they might do the shopping once a week for the neighbours, and he said that because if they didn't do that shopping, then that person wouldn't be able to eat and be able to have access to food, for example, or they could go and pick up medication. And that is essential for that person. But then other people might be doing 20 hours a day follow well. So the range is huge, and it's absolutely vast. And I mean, when we talk about carers, we're also talking about children as well. We're talking about young people from 5 years old right up to however old people care for, which is for all of their life.
So, what can Hartlepool Carers do to support these people then, and how do they get involved with Hartlepool Carers?
It's really simple, and I know that you've shared this loads of times before, but we'll share it again because it's Carers Week and hope that we've got new people watching. So basically, you can just give us a call, and I'm sure the number is there somewhere, but our number is 283095. We'll take your name, basic details, and we'll be able to give you a call back and complete that registration. It's really simple and easy, and you just share whatever information you feel comfortable sharing with us, or you can actually go onto our new website and register using our new link, which is all great. And then we'll literally just get in touch with you within, a few days, usually around a week. And then we'll get you started, look at your care and role, work with you, maybe as your challenges are and your barriers to in the community. And we'll work with you to put a plan in place.
Fantastic. And then, what sort of support could that be then?
Yeah, it could be lots of support. So some carers come to us and just say, you know what, I really just want to be registered with you in case something happens later down the line in my caring role. And I know that I'm registered, I can give you a ring. So some people come along and just want to be kind of in our system, so to speak. But from there, we've got opportunities to engage in lots of social activities. We've got health and wellbeing sessions. And as we're coming out of lockdown, we're looking at how we can our face-to-face support as well, and the peer-to-peer support. We've got lots of activities for our young carers. I think that's 3 or 4 nights a week. You'll keep me right. I can't keep with all of the things that we do because we do so much. And we also support ex-carers because we know that throughout the pandemic, fortunately, a lot of people have lost loved ones, and that's been a really tough challenge for many people. So we've got a dedicated group that meet, and it's lovely. They do lots of things. I think they're doing conversational Spanish, they're doing walks, they're doing knitting and all kinds of things. So it's great. So we do cover all aspects of care, and even when people have either moved on, and bereavement, or even if that's moving somebody into long-term care and residential homes, we also can support carers through that process too.
Yeah, and I know that the team are absolutely fantastic. They've got a wealth of knowledge between them. I'm still trying to catch up with them. I've been there over a year now, and I still don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But the
No,
information, advice, and guidance workers are on the ball straight away. They know exactly what they're talking about, where to go for advice, where to go for support, and they're absolutely fantastic bunch.
absolutely. I mean, the charity's been running over 25 years now. So, I mean, and that's dedicated to Hartlepool, and we're dedicated in our town. And I think that's really important. It shows that we've got wealth of knowledge and, skills and expertise to be able to support carers in Hartlepool. And you know, I think we're doing an amazing job at that.
I think so too. And I think what's really nice as well is that pretty much everybody in the office has a caring role of their own as well. So they get what it's like, they understand what it's like to be a carer, and they have that personal experience too. And I think that does make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for people who don't know me, I'm a carer as well. I care for my two boys and my parents as well. So we do understand, you're absolutely right. We do understand the challenges and barriers that carers face. And I think that really does help and, build that trust and engagement with carers because we do have lived experience as well.
Yeah, completely. So this year's motto for Carers Week is make caring visible and valued. And how important do you think this is?
I think it's absolutely essential, and I think being valued is a must because we as carers save our UK economy billions of pounds a year. So I think the role that carers do, and I think some people just go, "Oh yeah, I'm a carer." It's not just, "Oh yeah, I'm a carer." What you are doing, the skills that you were developing, and the love that you're giving to members in our community. It absolutely needs to be valued and visible in our community. And I think, the last census was around in Hartlepool. It says that we had around 10,000 adult carers and 2,000 young carers. And at the moment, I think in Hartlepool Carers, we're working with around about, you might know this up to date figure, around about 3,000 across
Yeah.
adult and young carers. So for me, that's a big gap. Is it like 7 people still out there, and potentially more that have still not come forward or recognise that the carers. So we need to make sure that people understand what caring is, make them visible, and ensure that they know that the support and everything help them in their caring role, not alone.
Yeah, definitely. And just touching back on this on the skills, that's something that we talked about for Young Carers Awareness Week, and we actually spoke to some of our young carers and spoke about obviously the skills that they've got as a young carer and how they think that that actually puts them in better stead for employment than some of their peers. The experience and the life skills that they've got, and actually it's a credit to them, and it's a bonus when they're going out there into the employment world.
Yeah, and I would like to see us move forward working with employers, and I know we've started briefly this work, but actually sharing with employers them skills and life experiences that could really help the workplace, and how it's really important to value that within the employment industry to make sure that carers have the opportunity to be employed, be able to live and do everything that everybody else should be able to do in our community, because the skills, like you say, is exceptional.
Yeah. So expanding on Carers Week, which obviously is going on all this week, what have you got going on for our carers? I don't know why I'm asking you
Well,
this.
we've got
It should be
lots of
you
things
asking
going
me
on.
this.
Well, I know that we had a lovely wellness walk yesterday because I see the fabulous pictures and heard the great
We
stories. So
did.
I know that one.
And then we had
So that was great, and it's great.
our 5 to 10 year olds up at the community hub central last night for Gruffalo activities, which was gorgeous. I had so much fun.
Yeah,
It was absolutely brilliant.
and I think Yeah, and I think as a team, we're so excited and energized by getting back out there into the community and what we do best. And it's just amazing to see everybody coming out in Carers Week, our, old carers, our younger carers, and everybody coming back as this morning that we've got parent carer coffee morning on up at South Hub. I know that we've also got a singing karaoke, which will be quite fun tomorrow. I can't wait to hear what that turns out like.
Neither can I.
It'll be hilarious. We've got family discos going on there. We've just got lots and lots going on. And I would encourage people to literally look on our Facebook page, look on our website, and give us a ring, get booked on. All of the activities are free, and you know what, you don't necessarily need a carer. Just come along and find out more about us, our charity, and what we can do to help our community.
Definitely. Yeah, I am so excited. It's been, well, half term last week was the first time that we've had our littlies back in. We've had sort of the teenagers back in for a couple of weeks, but last week was the first time that we sort of had the younger ones in. It's been so hard not to just give them all a great big cuddle. They've all grown so much.
I know, you don't recognise them anymore because they're so big.
I know. So, there is there's two bits of exciting news this week. The first off is the charity is launching a 3-year training program for the community. What's that all about?
Well, we've always known, I've touched on it in previous question there, about making carers visible and ensuring that people understand what caring is in our community. And so what we've done is we're working with a provider that is going to be launching a specific course, 2 courses actually, for Hartlepool. So it'll be identifying young carers, and that'll be a really great course, and that'll be going out to basically anyone in our community. But what we're thinking is, we would like all of our schools to get on board, and I know we've got some amazing schools already on board and really keen to develop that. So it'll be about working with not just the teachers, but the leadership teams, working with, catering staff, cleaners, everybody within that school environment, and also GP practices, community centres, the hubs, to actually understand what a young carer is, because lots of people don't understand that children can actually carry out caring roles. And I have many discussions on a regular basis in the community, and people say to me, "What, children provide care?" And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, they do provide care. And that is part of the training programme, is on that barrier community to understand what it's all about and what young people are doing in our town. And as well, on the back of that, we also feel it's really important that we understand adult carers as well, and identifying adult carers, and also what the Care Act says about that, because there's a whole legal element to it, and making sure that carers need the support as well. So again, it'll be an additional course, and it'll be about identifying adult carers, what the law says, and how we need to make reasonable adjustments to make sure that we can help them and support them into employment and all of them things. And then basically just adjustments that we can just make in everyday life to help people engage within community activities and help carers, get the best out of life.
That's really vital stuff. I know I didn't really fully understand until I started working at carers just what it does entail and just what an impact it does have on people. So the more people who have that understanding, the better. And especially mentioning the young ones as well. And that's one of the ones where there is such an extreme. So, for instance, my little girl's registered with carers because she provides emotional support for me for my mental health. And again, that's quite low level sort of support. And obviously, there's kids out there that we work with who have a much, much bigger role. But again, it goes to show that it can just be that little bit of, if you have got mental health issues or you are struggling and your child is there and they're at home and they just give, even as little as much as just saying, "Are you okay, mummy? Are you having a bad day? Do you want a cuddle?" Like, just as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if we can get our community to understand, and then we can help identify people. So unfortunately, we tend to find that we get young adults at a later stage in their caring journey. So our figures over the last 3 to 4 years, very clear that we're not picking up carers until way past 12 months of caring. So if we
Mhm.
can pick carers and families up a lot earlier in that caring journey, we can make sure that they have the right support in at the right time, which then hopefully will help them lead fulfilling lives within the community and have the right support in place at the right time, rather than waiting until further down the line, then identifying, oh yeah, I am a carer, I need help with, and it tends to be a lot more crisis intervention
Yeah,
support and high support that's needed. So hopefully this training programme over the next 3 years in partnership with the local authority is going to really help us achieve what we want to and make sure that we identify and carers at a much earlier stage in the process.
yeah. Oh, it's fantastic, and I'm so excited, and I'm really excited about working with the schools as well. Huge shout out to
Yeah.
Westview and High Tunstall, and also the College of FE, who've all been in touch recently and are looking to start that journey. So well done to them. So, final
Yeah.
question then, Chris. Tell us about the caravan.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. I've not slept for nights about it. Eventually, it's all because obviously work with partners in our local community and the PFC Trust mainly. And Frances down at PFC Trust has just been an absolute godsend, and her team. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. But also the amount of people that helped the UC25 appeal. So launched this in January, I believe, which feels like a long time ago, but really long ago. £50,000, which when the community was, faced with the third lockdown and the challenges that, our community faced, to be able to come out and raise that amount of money for our charity and for carers in Hartlepool is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it's something that we'll always remember. And really, we're so appreciative to everybody that went out of their way to help, really. So we're going up tomorrow. We think, fingers crossed, that we will get in the keys for the caravan. It's been sited at Cresswell Towers up on the Northumberland coast, and it's absolutely beautiful. Lots on site, so young carers and families can enjoy lots of things. There's an outdoor football pitch, basketball courts, there's outdoor play areas, lots of parkland, and it's very close to the beach, so people enjoy days at the beach when we get glorious weather. And then there's also the entertainment complex as well, where there's a mini arcade section, lots of activities on site for families. But where we've actually sited our caravan is quite at the back, although it's quite far from all of that, but it's a very quiet, more relaxed area of the park. So if you want to go there literally for some peace and quiet and a well-earned rest and good sleep, you'll absolutely get that from the caravan. It's an absolutely stunning, beautiful, brand new caravan. And yeah, we can't wait to get people in and making memories, really.
Oh, it's so exciting and so needed after the last year as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, there was a call on government, I think, last week, about basically respite facilities for carers throughout the pandemic. And I think like 72% of carers have not had a break throughout the pandemic. That's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are just their mental health's being impacted, isolation, they've lost connection within their community, and they're absolutely exhausted. So, we're hoping that the caravan will help, but we also hope that we can raise awareness of the much need, because huge, absolutely huge, and the government and local authorities need to understand that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, if there was one last thing that you would want people to take away from this week, Chris, what would it be? What's your bullet point?
Oh, that's
That
a
one wasn't
good
on the list, was
question, because I can talk for England and say a lot. That wasn't on my list of questions. Basically, in care, you don't have to be. I told you, it can't just be a simple sentence because I talk too much. If you're providing any care or anything to anybody, whether that be a family member or a neighbour or friend, give us a call. Basically, pick up that phone. We don't bite. We're friends on at Hartlepool Carers, and we can give you the information and advice regardless of how little you might need or how much you might need. That's what we're there for. So give us a call. That would be my motto, I think.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, thank you so much, Chris. It's been lovely speaking to you. And thank you for everything that you do. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And I hope
Thank
to
you.
see some people on some of our activities coming up soon. And I will see you all next week for next week's Talking Tuesday. Bye.
Fabulous. Thank you. Bye.